Hello everyone, Nubkex here. Welcome back to Nub Raids with the Razelvarg fusion now actually coming to a close today. I believe is the last day to fuse him, so make sure not to forget if you haven't done it already. But let's start looking ahead towards May, and let's look at what is coming up with the next fusion, when it's probably coming up, and what you need to look out for, right? What to expect, what to prepare for, what resources do you need to save. So yeah, let us dive in. So first of all, let's actually start building up our May calendar here by looking at some of these events that are going to be coming. So as we know right now, there's a summon rush on in-game right now. We're going to have summon rushes throughout May as well. So over here, Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday, this is going to be a summon rush. And then, of course, 2 weeks after that, we're going to have a summon rush here as well. What champs will those be? These 10x events? Who the heck knows? It's impossible to know, but almost definitely it's going to be here. Then in terms of the 2x events that are going to be going on, Voids and Ancients. So next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, so the 5th, 6th, and 7th, we should have 2x for Voids. And that means that then the following weekend will be 2x for Ancient Shards. So that stuff is almost certain. They basically just follow this pattern of Sacreds, Voids, Ancients, Sacreds, Voids, Ancients with their 2x events. So this is what should be coming up. Kind of interesting stuff right there then. So where is the fusion going to fall? And what shards are you going to need to save? Well, almost definitely, I would say almost certainly, right? We've got this week right now, we have the fusion ending. I would say next week, and probably on Thursday next week, is when we're going to get the reveal of the fusion, right? The new fusion is going to be revealed and information on that. And then I think the fusion will begin most likely exactly 1 week after, which would be on the 11th of May, that Thursday. I think is the most likely date. Might be the Friday, could be the Wednesday, could be the Tuesday, but most likely it's going to be here. So we basically have sort of, a week off the fusion, a week where it's revealed, and then 2 weeks of fusion, as it were. So I think that is most likely when it's going to be. And I think the fusion then will actually probably go all the way through here and then through here, and will then end sometime in this week. Let's say ends on the Saturday, right? So you'll basically have 2 and a little bit weeks of fusion, roughly speaking. Might be shorter than that. It could end on the Wednesday or the Thursday. Razelvarg was like a Thursday until Saturday, so I'm putting it in as the same sort of thing. And there we go. So we can instantly see in terms of shard events that almost definitely the next fusion or fragment collector, and I think it's more likely to be a fragment collector, is going to start with the summon rush event, and then it's going to have 2x ancients during it as well. This summon rush at the end is not going to be part of it. Almost definitely not going to be part of it. There would be a small possibility that we'd have a really big gap and it would start with 2x ancients, end with summon rush, but I think that's quite unlikely. So I'd be looking at it from this. So yeah, what are you going to need in order to do this in terms of shards? First and foremost, it's kind of the reason why I think it's probably not going to be a traditional fusion, because seeing as it's 2x Ancients, you have a pretty good chance at that point to start pulling the rares and the epics, and that could be kind of wonky. So I think it's more likely that they'll make it a fragment event. And good news here as well, I also think that 2x Ancients is the easiest one to do, because they're the most frequent shard, right? That is a shard that even someone that is early game, that is free to play, will get a decent number of. So this is going to be the easiest type to complete. So what you're going to need in order to do this, I don't know if I made this. There we go. Let me bring this over. Here we are. Ta-da. So for the summon rush, first of all, right, so for this summon rush, which is going to be kicking off, roughly speaking, I would say on the 12th of May, you're going to need probably, this is what they've been doing for the previous fusions, 2,150 points for the first reward, first set of fragments probably, and then probably 5,000 points for the second set. Unfortunately, this is sort of the highest they've gone. Sometimes it's lower, might be only 4,000. It's possible, but I'd say let's just prepare for 5,000, which is what they've done in the more expensive ones. So yeah, if it is a traditional fragment event, going the full 5,000 points is maybe the cheapest and easiest way to do this. But that being said, ancients aren't super valuable, so maybe going for the lower point threshold here and then also getting some of the fragments in the champion chase is going to be the easier way to go because look, if you're late game, they haven't done it ancient guaranteed in forever and ever, so they're not super worthwhile to hold on to. Might be better to do that and to conserve your better summon rush shards and not go the full way in summon rush. We'll break all that down when the actual events get revealed and we know for sure, but yeah, look, if you want to get the 2,150, you're going to need about 4 Sacreds worth and some green shards to fill that up, 150 green shards, or 17 Void shards approximately. So this shouldn't be too bad. You can obviously mix and match the Sacreds and the Voids here. The great thing is that you don't need either Sacreds or Voids for the 2x champion chase, which makes this a much more completable fusion. Green shards is also obviously a good way to do it, though pretty labor intensive. For the full 5,000 points, that's about 10 Sacreds worth or 41 Voids. So that is, a much bigger investment in saving. The main reason, honestly, to go for, spoiler, main reason to go for this is usually if you're going to have a 2x Voids or a 2x Sacreds as well, where actually if you pull for, going for both the Sacreds here and a 2x Sacreds, it could cost you way more than 10 Sacreds. That's sort of the reason that you go for the 5,000 points. So I'm not convinced here. So honestly, just having 17 Voids or 4 Sacreds, or again, you can split the difference. You could have 2 Sacreds and let's say 9 Void shards, and you're going to be totally good, right? For the Summon Rush, almost definitely. So not too bad. For the Champion Chase then, for 2x Ancient shards, it's going to be 2x Ancients. The typical point value per shard, now this is the average, is 53.3. So that's your average, factoring in, you're going to pull X amount of rares, X amount of epics, X amount of legendaries, or X, Y, and Z amounts of each, right? Typically, you're going to need about 2,500 points for this, which is going to be about 47 shards. That can vary, of course, but I'd say roughly speaking, I'd be looking to have, honestly, be looking to have about 40 ancient shards at least saved up for this, plus any fragment fusions that you might have, any fusions that you might have able to go, log in champions that can help you, that sort of thing. But that's sort of roughly the amount that you want to save up to be fairly safe. Honestly, if you're able to save up to 50 ancient shards, I'd be much more comfortable with for you at that point. At that point, I'm going, all right, cool, this is going to be pretty good. So you've got a good while to save up for that as well, right? That's not going to be coming until the 19th of May, so you got about 3 weeks to actually save up this much. You're going to get, of course, your 5 ancient shards from the May market, right? Every time the month ticks over, you're going to have 5 ancient shards showing up to buy for silver in the marketplace. That's good. You're going to get a few weekly ones. You're going to get some from just your daily, whatever, your weekly quests as well. Some are going to drop from the dungeon. You're going to drop some from Clan Boss. So you got a good chunk of time to save this up. It shouldn't be too bad, but you do need to be saving at least 2 a day, starting from 0 here. If you've already got some saved up, then good. You're in a good spot. But yeah, you can work out how many you need to be saving up per day. Shouldn't be too bad to reach that, but you will probably need to save pretty hardcore. So there you go. That's what you're going to need for those shard events. What else do we have going on here? Oh, clan versus clan. So clan versus clan should be happening Tuesday, Wednesday, right here, the 9th and the 10th. And then also here towards the end of the fusion. That's interesting. And then news from Plarium today as well is we are going to have super raids for Ice Golem and Fire Knight during this off week. So probably Monday, Tuesday, maybe a bit of Wednesday. Yeah, probably let's say Monday, Tuesday, a bit of Wednesday here for those. And then for Fire Knight, it's actually going to be, let me double check. I think it's going to be Thursday as well. Yeah, it is going to be Thursday. So we're actually going to have Fire Knight super raids Thursday, Friday, maybe into Saturday, something like that. That's kind of interesting. So, like, just looking at this as well, in terms of your downtime between fusions, you can see that there's events sort of planned here. We've got 2x Ice Golems. We don't know what the super raids are going to be for, if there's going to be a drop frenzy or if it's just super raids. This is certainly interesting. The fact that there's going to be super raids, it's not going to be drop frenzy. They haven't said, but super raids. There might be some sort of broader event happening during this downtime, perhaps. I wonder, but maybe not, because the I bring my game over here. I've just been in the side. Oh, that's cool. Goodbye. I have been doing some yeah, okay. So Path of Spring is gonna end, right? I wonder, there could be some sort of broad event over here. We shall see. I think there's obviously going to be a summoning event for clan versus clan. They might do like a 10x event overlapping the Void 2x. That could happen. They could always do some sort of guaranteed event here as well during this place, because it's fairly boring, I'd say, event-wise. I'm just curious. I feel like there's got to be more info on top of this, right? So stay tuned for that. There's probably going to be some other events. They love summoning events. There's always summoning events. It's like 10x after 10x. So I wouldn't be shocked to see something running through here for that. That's something to watch out for anyway. But yeah, this is most likely not personal rewards CVC, and this one probably is personal rewards. So you're probably going to have, yeah, people trying to finish the fusion during this personal rewards so that you get it summoned up for personal reward points. Most likely is what's going to happen as well. So aiming to be done the next fusion like the 23rd, 24th or so on. And yeah, you could try save up legendary bucks for that. If the fusion's insanely good and you want to book them up, that can be a worthwhile thing to do as well. But look, there you go. That gives you, I think, a pretty broad overview. Obviously, some of this stuff is predictions, right? Pretty set that it's going to be 2x Voids, 2x Ancients, and the 2 Summon Rushes. That is pretty darn likely. Obviously, these super raids for Ice Golem and Fire Knight, I don't know how long they're going to be up for, but that is 100% confirmed by Plarium at this point. Clan versus clan is almost definite, though which one will be personal rewards is more of a question. I think more likely this one, but that's a prediction. Let's say about 75, 80% sure. And then the fusion reveal date, the fusion start date, again, are predictions, but I'd say, again, probably about 75, 80% chance that this is correct, that it's going to line up this way. And again, similar sort of stuff here with your requirements. Yeah, I think it's, you know, that's fairly on point. That's fairly standard with how they've been doing it. Let me know if you've any other tips down below. Again, the most broad tip I would give is, you know, come in here and you can save these energy refills every 2 days you get in the from the shop just for free. Save up those energy refills until the fusion starts, and that's going to give you a big chunk of energy to help you get through. Other than that, there's not too much. You'll get some energy from clan versus clan and so on. But yeah, just saving up your resources. You know now, roughly speaking, where it's going to start, so you can aim to have a good chunk of silver, have the shards that you need saved up, have some energy pots and gems ready to go, and you should be in a pretty good spot, prepared well in advance. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.